Have you ever wondered why people with similar backgrounds have completely different attributions for their success? I've been researching social class mobility for nearly a decade and the experiences of people as they move through their workplaces as they climb up the career ladder, particularly the unwritten rules they have to overcome. People have asked me to read Hillbilly Elegy for years, and I finally just did, and I also recently read Hill Women by Casey Chambers. And while both of these people talk about their class mobility experience and the unwritten rules they encountered, and they both do explicitly talk about unwritten class rules, which I nerded out on, they have completely different attributions for why they are successful. So, for example, JD talks about unwritten rules as if they are better, and he blames his background for why he didn't know what they were. Casey doesn't seem to see them as bad or good. She just sees them as equally valid cultures. I'm neurodivergent, so I think unwritten rules are silly in general, but they are hard to avoid. I made a longer video on my YouTube page talking about where these authors overlap and where they diverge, but a quick takeaway here is that these books show attribution theory in action. Attribution theory talks about what people blame for themselves. Attribution theory is what we use to explain life of what happens to ourselves and what happens to others. And we all have a bias to credit ourselves and our internal factors like our character and our work ethic for our own success, and to blame external factors like the economy, the environment, other people, etc. for our failures. In Hillbilly Elegy, Vance seems to blame Appalachian culture for their poverty and that this is something they need to overcome culturally. In Hill Women, Casey seems to approach from a perspective of both. She gives the example that she is an avid runner, but when she is home in the hills, she doesn't run because the streets don't have sidewalks and they're dangerous, tight, curvy roads. Her take is that this environment would impact anyone, no matter their individual tendencies towards running or not. My research shows that environments don't just shape culture, they create practical constraints that some people know how to navigate and others don't. For the full breakdown on YouTube, look for my video called The Unwritten Rules of Success, Hillbilly Elegy versus Hill Women, and let me know what you think in the comments.